You want people to get to know you better. Austin Kleon, in one of his books, says, take them behind the scenes. There is artwork in the artwork. Hello people, welcome back. Welcome back. Let's talk about Influent UK. Let's take it from where we stopped and let's move on the next stages of the journey. There is always very interesting to see what happens behind the scenes. It's nice to see the final product, but mostly I'm very interested on the stories of the people. I'm interested on the stories about how things started. I want to be at the birth of a product, the birth of a story. It's very interesting if you think about it. I want you to come on the back of the scenes and see how things started and how things evolved over the time. We had to came up with a name. DecorSF. It's got so much thinking behind it. It sounds weird. It's not probably the best name that you'll come with, but we have to think about something. So I built DecorSF.ro. How did we came with that name? Obviously Sury and Florin, it's our initials, and we thought that building a science fiction type of design, it sounds good together with Decor, so why not? DecorSF made sense because Sorin and Florin were our names, and yeah, we combined it together with Decor, and that's how we came up with that beautiful, amazing name. Back then in Romania, there were no pretty much online stores, and people would struggle to buy things online. People will struggle to get in a bank and get a bank account, or why not having a bank account, do a PayPal account. What's PayPal and how that works? Why would you register for PayPal? Yeah, but we wanted to start our journey for Romania and for us. Why did I decide to work with Sury? It's very interesting. Sury is a very interesting character. I like him very much, and back then he was the best seller probably I could find, and I bet he was the guy that you would give him a pen, he'll carry on selling that pen till he probably buys a house out of it. I see lots of challenges with people doing these sort of things in which they want to trade something to get to trade it at some point against the house. Check them online and see how many people are doing that. Sury is that type of person, and I wanted him to be part of my team because I knew that if I get Sury, together we'll try and we will sell a lot of products. I was the technical operation brain in our company, and he was the guy who will probably sit in front of people and talk and try to sell things. But we wanted to be able to start selling bits in Timișoara, where I was born, and also get things to be sold online. I knew kids was a very good niche, so I wanted to build and make stickers for kids, and I started making probably one of the first e-commerce websites in the web in Romania. To be honest, I got inspired back then by eBay. There was no Amazon at that point, and eBay was probably one of the online shops in which you could go and buy stuff, and I found it very fascinating. So with the skills I accumulated over the years, I decided to write my own website and build my own platform, e-commerce back then, from scratch. It wasn't easy, but I was so stubborn that I wanted to make it work. I was having a lot of issue in trying to build ways for people to pay, and I didn't know how exactly I'm going to facilitate the payment on the website. We did not have all the integrations that we have now, and with just one click you can get everything that you want on your website, and it's so much easy to build your e-commerce or your shop. You just need to you can choose from Shopify to WooCommerce to different open sources or Wix or God knows, so many options, and it's so easy. Everybody can build a website these days, but back then I was struggling with everything. I had to write everything from zero, and I wasn't the best designer, so I had to build a very minimalistic type of design website because I didn't want to interfere with Lucas, because if I would ask him to design something for me, it would never happen. reason why I started developing my own logo, starting to build a design for website. I'll try to share as many images as I can find in my archives or videos with us and the business. I don't think there are too many because I've lost a hard drive with so many things on it, including lots of pictures probably from back then. But I'll see what I can find and share with you as I talk. Yeah, so because I could not integrate lots of different payment methods, I decided to work with a courier, and then you'll pay for your product after you get it in your hand from the courier, and the couriers will bring the money back, and then we'll get our payments as soon as we get in touch with the couriers. It was an interesting journey, and building a website in Romania was very interesting. But I remember getting the first sales, and that was probably, you can't describe that feeling. It's a very interesting feeling. You're happy. After the first sales, you're thinking now is the time to go to the moon. You're thinking that all of a sudden you will become billionaire, millionaire, or whatever. It's a very interesting feeling. Having your first sale online in Romania and people trusting a new website, trusting some people that are selling bits, but you have to kind of start building that trust. And we started working with Facebook back then, and getting to build a sort of community for the people to build a trust in your website. It's I think it's probably one of the hardest bits to do online these days. There's so many scams online, and there's so many people trying to steal your money that it's very hard to make the difference between a genuine thing and a fake thing. Reason why I think Amazon and eBay and Etsy are some platforms which are working very well, because it's hard to start building your brand without investing tons of money. We did not have those money, so we had to do everything from scratch. So how did we do it? I worked with Sury for, I can't remember exactly, probably was around a year, and things were not going very, very well. From getting to the moon, I guess we only got to the next mall shop and buy some food and watch videos, or go to a movie, or try to buy the next H&M or Zara t-shirt or jeans. We did not go to the moon, and we have to think of ways of improving our business or thinking about what we should do. And that's when Sury decided to separate, and that's when he started building his own journey. And I believe it was a very good decision for him, because he got into the massage, and then he's developed all his therapeutical sort of treatments, which are doing very well for him and for his family now. But I never give up. I didn't want to give up, and that's when things started to get in a different shape, because I'm introducing my new friend on the scene, and this is Benu. Me and Benu, we have a very, very long journey, and that journey still carries on today. I will link everything that Benu does in the description. We worked in both Romania and in England together, and Benu was one of the pioneers of DecorSF and then Influent UK, but we'll get there soon. So Benu, he started working with me, and I think he just came back from Italy at that point. He wanted to spend some time. He spent some time in Italy with his uncle, and he wanted to see how Italy is. But on his return in Romania, we started working together. We wanted to reshape DecorSF, and we wanted to see what we can do to make it work even better. And working with Benu was fascinating, because he had kind of the same passion that I have, and both together we wanted to get this and move it to the next level, starting our own company, and yeah, why not having something big one day. That's where the sleepless nights started. I remember being so committed, and we tried to get together with Lucas and find an office, find a place where we can live. And I remember Lucas just rented a very nice office somewhere around the town center of Timișoara, and we wanted to get in there, and we wanted to start using his machines and start seeing how we can cooperate. We work so much, and that's probably the time that we learned more about Photoshop, Illustrator, Facebook ads, how to get people, how to drive traffic on our website, how to do Google ads, how to do all sorts of different other bits that we just were so committed, and we wanted to do so much of it. And that's when we start launching a different niche in our websites, from moving from stickers, because we did lots of stickers, and I remember we copied hundreds of different designs of stickers, and we bought the designs because both me and Ben, we were not very good designers. I still can't say I'm a very good designer. I'm very technical, I'm very good with that, but I don't have the talent. I'll probably share in some other videos in which I'll explain, and I'll draw it and you'll see it by yourself. But we managed to find ways of getting designs, getting them done, learn how to cut them, learn how to build vectors, learn how to use machines, and apart from that, we wanted to get into a different niche, because we seen Lucas was working with so many clients on, I would say probably big clients. Lucas will prefer to do batch work instead of working on product to product, which was very good. It's still good. It's good for him, but I wanted to be able to list the product on a shelf. That's always been my kind of mindset. Instead of having a client with different ideas and try to work on different designs, because we were not designers, I wanted to be able for our clients to choose from our products. So we decided to make some designs which are very funny, very interesting. I'll share a lot of them. I wanted the clients to get on our shop and get those designs, and instead of trying to build their own, instead of trying to play with their imagination. Or we would do a design in which the client could change a few things, like a number, or change a name and make it that is very customized for him. So we started building the t-shirt type of the business. I remember that's when we invested our first big money. I think it was probably around €1,000. That was a lot of money for us. It was being kids. I don't think Ben was 20 back then. I think I was probably 21, 22, I can't remember. It sounds old, but I decided to get into building things late in life, I would say. If I could just get the years back, I would probably start thinking about building my own business since I was 16, 17. Yeah, why not? Do it yourself. You've got the time if you're that young. So for us, €1,000 back then, we will not make lots of profits from the website, and obviously we had to eat, we had to drink, we had to enjoy the life that we wanted to enjoy as being teenagers. So we would struggle saving the money to buy something and invest back in the company. Bad strategy back then, but we invested that money. I think probably Benu's dad helped us with investing that and buying the printer. We would struggle to print anything in color on the t-shirts, so we invested money in a sublimation type of machine, which we changed it. It was a very beautiful Epson, but then learning how to use that and learning how to do sublimation on t-shirts, it was very interesting. And I remember we started selling in a big market for second-hand things in Timisoara. Every Saturday we would be there with our t-shirts on hangers, and people will go through them and sell some, and we'll be very excited about that. Developing further, we wanted to get into a different niche. We wanted to get into cutting polystyrene, and that's when we invested a lot of money. I mean, a lot. Don't think about a lot as being a lot in terms of the volume, but in terms of the amount, but that was a lot for us. I think, I can't remember exactly, I don't want to make mistakes, but probably around 3,000 euros or something. We bought a customized machine, and I'll share videos and photos with it. We found a guy somewhere in Romania which built that machine for us. So basically we wanted to get large sheets of polystyrene and cut different shapes with it. The machine will just heat up very hot a wire, which the wire will travel through the polystyrene and cut the shapes that I will me and Benu designing in Illustrator as a vector. That was the beginning of booming in our business, because those bits were very popular, and we were getting noticed about a lot of Lucas's type of clients from weddings, and lots of photographers which they wanted to build some sort of accessories for weddings or for different other shootings. And that's when we thought that our business will start getting some momentum, and we started making money from t-shirts and some stickers, and now we got into the third niche on cutting all sorts of different shapes in polystyrene. It was very exciting for us, because I remember we would sleep in the office. We would have nights in which we would just sleep there. We bought a couch and we would just crush that. If there were nights in which we were hungry, we would just go buy food. We would just walk a lot. We enjoy walking, and in our way home we would stop and get a shawarma, how we call it. It didn't matter if it was 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, with lots of Coca-Cola, of course, and then start again next day. Very exciting. Very exciting. We would not waste our time on different other silly things that teenagers would do. We just wanted to invest time in our business, and the business was doing quite well. But then I decided to move to England. Why I decided to move to England, let's talk about it in the next episode, and see how we stopped and how things stopped at that back then, and how and why I decided to move to England. I think it was the summer of 2014 already. I decided to move to England and start a new journey. And yeah, let's see how that journey started here. And I'll see you in the next episodes. So thank you for watching. It will help a lot to like this video. It will help me to grow my channel and hear and get my story heard by lots of different other people. Subscribe, and yeah, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next episodes. Thank you for watching.